Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us here on Channels Television. Let's get into the matter now, shall we? A lot of people have been asking, was the budget really padded? That debate has been ongoing. When this matter came up, well, I'll allow you to listen to the sound bites of some of the lawmakers and some people who believe, well, it is not padded. The others are saying, well, it is padded. Take a listen.
To insert something into a document with the intention of comforting yourself or distorting information. Check any dictionary, that's the definition of.
I will not say that it is padding. I've always believed it's insertions. What I think is wrong is when these insertions goes above limit. In the case of 2016, it was the case in 2011, 2012, 13, 14, 15, and of course 2016. The only difference is that in 2016, I saw the numbers of insertion in 2011, saw in 2012, saw in 2013, 14, 15, and 2016 it went completely off the board.
It's that you people talk about budget padding. There is nothing like budget padding. If it is the National Assembly that works on a budget, then you don't call it padding. Because padding is like illegality. But when you tinker, add and subtract a budget, is that you are working on the budget. See, these are two different things.
Ndume knows about padding since when he was in the House of Representatives. Let him say the reality. Let him say the truth. I'm very sure Ndume was a member of the House of Representatives for many times, and he knows that there was padding.
We asked them to look at the documents again, and when they finished, they now sent it back. It was a better document, and we felt, and the president felt able to sign.
Absolutely, there were a lot of insertions that I took objection to.
And it was passed?
It was passed.
In the document that was passed?
In the document that was passed.
I would say, authoritatively, that the budget was padded.
Those are some of the perspectives there. When we were on this matter, we are revisiting it because the House of Representatives and the National Assembly will be resuming tomorrow, and one will be wondering what becomes of all of these allegations, maybe swept under the carpet, but we'll wait for that to happen. Of course, we'll wait for our guests to talk to us on the matter. One man who also believes that all of this is not necessary. Perhaps there is nothing like budget padding. The man in the eye of the storm, in the center of all of the allegations from Honorable Jibrin, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Yakubu Dogara. This is what he said when this issue came up. Take a listen.
Well, for me, I studied law. I've been a legislator. All this period, I've never had the word padding being an offense under any law. If I don't know, you are the media, research the law, let me know. Worried for what? Worried over nothing. Why should I be worried?
Would they be sanctioned for?
Will they be sanctioned?
No, I'm not chairman rule ethics of the House, so I wouldn't know.
Are you worried?
I wouldn't know. Worried? Why should I be worried? As far as I'm concerned, I'm not worried about anything.
Well, that's you have it. Well, is he worried or not? We'll find out what happens. Another role where everybody will be looking for to the National Assembly to take on tomorrow when they resume is that of the economy. What role will they be playing? There's a lot of controversies and a lot of issues hanging over the leadership of the National Assembly, in both of the chambers, the Senate and the House of Representatives. One would just be wondering what role they will be playing and how effectively they will be playing all of these roles, plus the fact that we're staying on the matter of Kogi State. We'll be looking forward to what happens at the Senate. Well, let's get down into the matter. The man with the allegations joins me from our Abuja studio, Honorable Abdulmumin Jibrin, the man who has insisted that the budget was padded. He joins us now from our Abuja studio. Many thanks for joining in, Honorable Abdulmumin Jibrin. Tonight, the eve of the resumption of the House of Representatives, tell us, you're insisting that the Speaker steps aside. But it looks so much that a lot of events have overtaken this matter. What do you think may happen tomorrow? Some people said you might be suspended.
Of course, there are two issues there. You're talking about what likely is going to happen in the House, and of course, whether I'm going to be suspended or not. On the aspect of being suspended, I'm less bothered about that. If eventually I'm suspended, maybe perhaps that's the sacrifice I'll have to make for the country, for us to be able to deal with the issues of corruption in the House. But I doubt very much that the 360 members haven't followed the events of last 2 months. And of course, the letter I wrote to each member, and it was delivered last week, I doubt very much if they will go on the floor of the House and start talking about suspending me. On the other aspect, of course, we've raised lots of allegations against Mr. Speaker. Interestingly, I saw him now saying he's not bothered. I can assure you that in the next few days, he will be bothered. He will have cause to reflect and understand that in a country of 200 million people, you cannot dip your hands in the budget and take 20 billion, 30 billion of fraudulent insertions into the budget. And you sit down and call yourself a number 4 man. These issues will be dealt with at the level of the House. I've captured all the allegations. I've sent it to the members. And I'm very sure that by the time we reconvene tomorrow, they will start dealing with it.
A lot of people will wonder that you were part of all of these issues. You were the chairman of the Appropriations Committee. Now you're coming forward insisting that some members of the House of Representatives will be picked here and there. Some people, in fact, feels that it's just vendetta for you, that you're just fighting back. It's just tantrum because you were removed as a chairman of Appropriations Committee. But to face the reality of the matter, there are cases in court over this matter. Do you think that the House of Representatives will handle this case considering the course of judiciary in process?
Well, on the aspect of the case matters being in the court, yes, there are a lot of issues in the court, but the National Assembly has set precedents. And of course, you will remember that in the past, we had to adopt the doctrine of necessity to deal with a couple of issues. And this matter should also enjoy that concession. I think a lot of issues that has to do with the allegations of corruption I've raised against the Speaker and the 3 other principal officers, Lars Ndogwa, and of course the minority leader, Leo Ogo, will have to be dealt with considering taking into cognizance the doctrine of necessity, whether there are cases in the court or not. On the other aspect of saying I lost my job before I started talking, I've explained that over and over again. This case provides the public the opportunity to see the internal dynamics of the working of the House, what transpires behind the scene, the kind of power play that takes place, how, of course, principal officers of the House and, of course, presiding officers of the House take advantage of the powers of appropriation, abuse the power of appropriation, use it to commit fraud in the budgeting process. Maybe, perhaps, God has destined it that I'm the person who is going to champion the very process of exposing all these things. And I've tried to also explain, again, it's quite difficult for you to just go without any trigger and you start shouting allegations here and there. I've tried to read in the last 2 months the history of a lot of people that ended up as whistleblowers. There's always a trigger. Something will have to happen. So in my own case, is the fact that I left as chairman of appropriation, and that actually freed me up.
All right. Just a moment, Honorable Abdulmumin Jibrin. We'll go on this short break, and when we return, we will be hearing from you what you intend to do now, since you're insisting this case must go on. Join us again.